want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. If it comes to light that a Christian pastor, author, worship leader, etc. is involved in a scandal, do you think it's okay to still read their books or listen to their sermons? Wow. I love this question. Let me tell you why. Because this question is so real. Because hardly anybody that we read or listen to, whether it's a sermon or a song that's been written, doesn't have some type of character flaw, some moral failure. And so here's kind of my metric. Just use scripture. You say, what do you mean use scripture? The first 5 books of the Bible, the vessel that God used was Moses. And what happened in Deuteronomy 34? He so rebelled against God, he was not allowed to see the promised land. You look at the Psalms, most of them were given to us by David. Do we not remember that whole Bathsheba incident? I mean, you begin to look at the vessels that God used to give us scripture, and here's what you discover. That the scripture that he gave us through those vessels, when he gave it, they were in a proper place with God. Now, what does that have to do with today? If a sermon is biblically accurate, true, it's faithful to scripture, and it's being given at a time where a person is walking with the Lord, it's viable, okay? Well, we say, well, 5 years later, that person has a moral failure. Well, don't listen to what they're saying 5 years later. I'm really nervous about tossing the proverbial baby out with the bathwater because truth is truth, no matter who speaks it, who sings it, who writes it. And so again, at the end of the day, one of the things that I use as my metric for truth is not the character of the vessel, because characters come and go, but the truth of the message as compared to in an alignment with Scripture. So again, I may have a little bit of grace there, but as long as the message is biblically faithful, whether in song and or a book, and the vessel, when that message came to light, was in a proper relationship with the Lord, then I'm willing to accept and to go on. But it's a great question. It's a relevant question. Unfortunately, it's an issue we're going to have to deal with till Jesus returns. If you have a question, send it to AskJeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at AskJeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.